So all of these tools, like they come out of the box, but you can just make your own, and it gives you full control over pulling in documents, like where your cursor position is, revisions. People have made buttons that are like inspire me, and it's like a prompt that's like, when I get blocked, give me an encouraging quote from, and they give them like their top three favorite writers who are their heroes, and they just push that button to help them keep going.
I have one called Turn into Article, where I take some nonsense post that I did on social media and I click the button and it becomes an article. The worst part for me in nonfiction is taking a 200-word post and making it a 1,000-word article. So I'm like, can't you just read this 200-word post and get the gist? And people like no, because they need examples and they need. There's a whole thing with nonfiction. So knowing that I don't want to do that, I boop the button. I'm like I boop a few times and
Yeah.
suddenly I have an article. And it has examples and all the things from my other work too.
So with marketing, I might have like email newsletters that say I'm building a newsletter around this because what is it? Newsletter is evangelism, right? And let's say I also have like TikToks because I want to be making TikTok scripts, and I might be like, oh, you know what? There's, I don't know, that 13 years ago thing. And let's see if we have a tool like this in the library. Blurbs and marketing copy. We've got a TikTok scripts button. Perfect. That's what I want. So I would just be like, oh, you know what? I like chapter one, and I'm not going to make TikToks now, but let's just give me my TikTok scripts. And okay, cool. Like I was writing and then I got some marketing work done and I'm still in flow. Like I didn't have to put on my marketing hat. I just had the thought, you know what, that moment maybe makes a good TikTok script. So let's just get it in there. So that way, like when I do go into marketing mode at a certain point, I can just come in here and see what was created and harvest it
Yeah.
later.
Can we talk about the library for another second? Can you just go to the library? Because
Yep.
I'm very proud that a lot of these came from my book, How to Write Irresistible Books That Readers Devour, which is shockingly about how to write books that readers devour. And so it's all of these are built around like making hookier books that work better and that resonate more with your readers. I do make my own prompts sometimes, but in general, anything that I need is over here because it's specifically about how to make books that people are going to basically one click buy.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty helpful. You've got your frameworks on plot and structure, create a puzzle box, design a problem that seems impossible to solve. You've got also just like world building, create a rule system governing the world. Like these can really help you break the blocks of I'm a pantser, but my structures are not workable. Like you can just use these to take what you've pants and then help you structure it in a way that, like you said, like hits the market, is based on Russell's framework. And it can also inspire you, like looking at these once you go deeper and start getting into the zone and getting into flow. Oh, you know what? Like maybe I could create my own. I have certain like favorite authors. Like when I'm writing dark fantasy, I love like Robin Hobb. I might go down a rabbit hole. I could see one weekend breaking down the structures and how they work in those books and then making my own buttons that are like based on my own sort of understanding of those structures that have prompts and start to like really go deep in that direction. So you can really personalize these to your own favorite systems, your own
Yeah,
ideas, your
yeah,
own
yeah.
structures.
And our idea behind these buttons is you're going to love doing some of these things in writing, and you are going to hate doing some of them. Maybe you love world building and hate structure. Maybe you love dialogue and hate character. I don't know how you would circle that square, but like you can narrow band the things that you don't like and use only those things. One of the great things is I wrote a chapter that was Lucifer fights 12 demons. And I don't want to create 12 different demons with 12 different powers and 12 different like encounters. That sounds horrible to me. But I knew I wanted it in the book, so I was able to write that. I was like make this thing happen. And then it made it happen. And then I could do the next thing that I wanted to do and knew how to do. So they're grouped in the way that they are because there's definitely something in the process that either you're not great at or you don't like doing. And the buttons help you get back into the flow of things faster.